Hello and welcome to Orlando Kart Center 12-hour 2023. This is our 6th year running the event, and I hope everybody will enjoy the event as much as the other ones. And we at Orlando Kart Center will do our best to make your event enjoyable, fun, and safe. So I'm going to go through all the do's and don'ts of this race, how it's run. The day of the event, you can always ask any questions, or you can email us, or anytime call us, and we can try to elaborate and explain to you more if you don't understand any of the rules. So it's a 12-hour event, and the way the event is run is 12 hours plus 1 lap. So after 12 hours, the winner of the race must cross the finish line running. Not the second place, but the winner must cross under his own power, under the start-finish line, to be considered the champion. If the winner is many laps ahead, but he can't cross the start-finish line, he's not going to be the winner. Second place, which will be the first place that crossed the start-finish line, will be the winner. We do a very unique race start. It's a Le Mans start, and a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm going to explain everything very detailed in the video after I stop talking. We have a mandatory of 12 4-minute pit stops and 1 10-minute pit stops. So it's mandatory that everybody does all the pit stops. The 4-minute pit stops must start before 10 minutes of the race is over, and the 10-minute pit stop must start 20 minutes before the race is over. So you must start your pit stops within those times. Every time you come into the pit to make a pit stop, you must go through the scale area, and you must be at weight. If you're not at weight, you are going to pay a time penalty. So every driver, every time in the track, will meet the minimum required weight. If not, there's a penalty to either play. We use the standard flags. The yellow flag, you can't pass until you get to the accident or incident. The red flag, for God forbid, but the racetrack became unsafe. Come in the pits slowly. Full course yellow. We're going to find the leader, and we're going to slow everybody down until it's time to restart the race. We're going to restart it single file. And if you make it to the white flag, 1 lap to go, checker flag, you did a great job. Congratulations. I see you at the podium, I hope. After you go through the scales, there is the grid area where you change karts and drivers. Mandatory every time you come in, you must change drivers and karts. All the engines must be off at all times. It's push kart only, from a scale area all the way to the pit out. Mandatory. You will be the race is over for you if your kart is on that area. It's for safety reasons. We do not allow any karts to be on that area. Refueling. We do the refueling on all the rental karts. If you think you're going to go on a very long stint and you don't have enough fuel, or mechanics can always fill up the car more. And when you come in from a stint, if your car is not performing great, make sure you tell the mechanic, and we can always put that car away or fix the kart. Our goal is to have all the cars in the track performing very similar, but we can only do that if you tell us if the kart has any issues or not. All drivers must have full body covered. That means we can't see any skin. We prefer you if you have some kind of a suit or jacket. We accept shirts, long sleeve shirts. We don't recommend it, but it's okay. But if the shirt, the sleeve goes up, you're going to be called for to fix that issue. Or if you go without gloves, or if your helmet is untied, or any kind of issue, if your seat belt comes loose, you are going to be called in. If that's the case, and you want to come into the penalty area, you can come into that area and fix the issue without making a complete 4-minute full stop. So if you know what the issue is and it's a helmet, and we're going to try to tell you what the issue is, you don't have to come into the pit. You can come in and do a quick stop, and yeah, so you don't have to do all 4 minutes, and you don't have to change drivers as well, because you don't change drivers when you do a penalty stop. Live timing, we have many screens in the track, and you can go to speedhive.com or the app Speedhive, and you can see live timing always, or you can see it at the track. Driving rules, you guys, it's the same driving rules as always. No blocking, you can't cut the track, no bumping, you can zig but you can't zag. I'll explain a little bit more everything later, but You have to be a safe driver. If you're not safe, or if you're not driving with the minimum speed, we are going to remove that one driver. The team can continue, but that one driver will not be driving anymore if it's unsafe to drive, or if it's too slow and it's causing safety issues for other teams or drivers. So if somebody has a complaint, please let us know, and we're going to keep an eye on that driver, and we will remove him or her from the event in case he's not meeting the minimum requirements. If for some reason you leave the track because you got bumped out or whatever reason, make sure you raise your hand before you come back into the pit, into the track. In that case, also always raise your hand before you come into the pit. As you leave in the track, raise your hand to warn the guys behind you that you're leaving the track, and they can avoid hitting you at any moment. One big issue: you cannot choose your go-kart. Once you come to the queue and you remove your number plate, you remove your transponder, you must at that point go to the first kart in line, and that's when you choose your kart. Your teammate cannot choose a go-kart. The winner of the 6 hours got disqualified because after we reviewed the video, they were choosing a go-kart on the last stint, and we will have to disqualify them from the event. So it's a very serious offense. We don't take it seriously. So if there's proof that you were choosing a kart, you will be disqualified. So play right, play, that's the rule. You come in, you remove. So your lifeline is your number plate, and your lifeline is your transponder. So those two things must be on the kart. So when you come in, you would take this out, you go to the first kart available. At that moment, you can push the kart to the safe area, and then you can start putting your number plate, your transponder, all of your weight in the kart, and at that moment, you can go. But not before. Don't play that game, because as you see, the winner of the 6 hours, it wasn't good for them. They won the race, but they didn't follow the rules, and it is what it is. If we get the rain condition, we run in the rain until the track becomes unsafe. At that point, we red flag the race, we bring everybody in, we wait for the race to go down, we go back out again. The time does not stop. We start at 10 p.m., we end at 10 a.m., even with the red flag. So, we have either a light system or a flag system. Either or, you obey both. If you get a flag, don't pass until the next flag station, or until you see green, or until you see the accident. So if you see the accident, you go ahead and you go slow there, and then you can pass. Overtaking, it's something very important. There are 3 classes running. They are the Tillotson class. There is the Pro Rental and the normal rental car, called the super carts. Stay in your line. If somebody's faster, their job is to pass you. Don't be looking back and trying to avoid them. They must pass you. So if you're in the faster cart, when you overtake also, you can't be pushing people out in the corner. Make sure you make the pass before the corner. You can't make the pass in the corner and bump them. If you do that, you're going to get a time penalty. So make sure that you follow proper racing rules, and pushing and bumping is not a rule. And if you do make a mistake and you push them, raise your hand, give the position back. It's okay, we won't give you a penalty. But if we don't see that you acted in good faith, you're going to get a penalty. And the person that's slower sometimes doesn't see you. That doesn't mean that you have the right to pass them. Make sure you pass on the straight, coming out of the corner, but not into a corner, bump and go. It's called a bump and run. Bump and run, you're going to pay a penalty. Of course, this video is mandatory. We're going to have a sign-in sheet that everybody has to sign in that he saw the video. So I hope you saw the video, and I hope this is very informative. But it's a way to make sure that everybody understands the same protocol that everybody is at. We expect all your teammates and your crew members and everybody to follow the same protocols as you do. So make sure that they know the rules. We don't accept any kind of badgering or talking bad about people and stuff like this. So yes, we get heated sometimes, but let's make sure that we maintain a very, very cordial attitude about all our fellow drivers. And sometimes, if you go to another team and you start talking to them, you might learn some tricks and make your team even better. So, this is a great time to do some social, friendships and then other teams. And if you guys at the end of the event like the event and you want to post stuff on social media, we're all for it. If you want to give us a review, all for it. The more the better. And And we never had it. I hope we don't have it. But if you have any medical issues, we might stop the race. And just be always really understanding that we are going to do the best we can to attend to the person or team or whatever person that was hurt. That was going to be our priority. And then we're going to continue the race. So yeah, just be courteous and understanding. So now I'm going to put a bunch of videos of the race and what to do and don't. So I hope you have a great event. I will not be here in the event. My mother turns 80 years old and I'll be in Brazil, but I'll be watching and I'll be on the phone, whatever it needs to be done. So let's have a safe race. You guys enjoy. I'm sad I won't be here, but I'm sure that you guys are going to enjoy it. And I have 100% faith on Orlando Car Center staff, best in the business, and I know they're going to deliver a fantastic race. So hope you enjoy, have fun, and if I don't see you, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. On the start of the race, all drivers will be sitting on the kart with the seatbelt on, and their teammate will be on the left on the grass ready to go. We use lights throughout the whole track, so always pay attention to the lights or to the flags. They could be flashing or stationary, and they're displayed in 8 places throughout the track. And in the start-finish line, we have the main board, and that's how we communicate with you and give you penalties and during the race through the main board. When you exit the track for the pits, make sure you raise your arm and you slow down properly to enter the pits. As you enter the pits, slow down, and you must be 10 miles or under. That's the minimum speed limit. You must make the speed limit. If not, you're going to pay a time penalty. Drive slowly to the scale when you come in there. Our employees are always walking there, so you have to be under 10 miles an hour. That's a perfect stop right there. You come in, you stop in the scale, you get the thumbs up from the attendant, and you move on slowly under power until you get to the white line. If you go over 10 miles an hour, you'll be penalized. This guy went 11, penalized. After you come to the scales, you come to the white line, you come to a complete stop, you turn off your engine, take off your seatbelts, and have yourself or your teammates push yourself to the right if you're in the supercar, in the left, you're in the pro car. Only then you remove your race number, your transponder, and your weight, and you go to the first car available in the line. Remove your transponder, your race number, and your weight, and you move up to the front of the line where you're going to pick up your brand new go-kart for the next stint. If you see your cart number and it says time penalty on the penalty box, you must come into the time penalty area within the next 2 laps. So if you drive underneath and you see your cart number, come into the penalty box. Raise your hand and safely exit the track slowly. Stop by the table, serve your time, look, and then re-enter the track. So within 2 laps when you see your number, you must pay your penalty. If not, you're going to be penalized even more. All team members waiting for your cart stay outside in the waiting area. This is where the loop of the timing starts. After the scale, there's a line, and that's where your time will start for your pit stop. So once you cross that line, your 4-minute officially starts, and that's how we measure. Once you push your cart, left is the pro carts, right is the super carts. Only after you push your cart, again, you remove your weight, your number, and your transponder. We are in charge of filling the carts, so every cart will be fueled. If you're going to go on a long stint, ask us to put more fuel. After you remove all your weights, you go to the next available cart in front of the queue, and you put your weights, your number plate, and your transponder securely on the go-kart before you push the car past the fence, and then you can start do your race strategy. So put your transponder, your plates, and your weight, push your car past the fence, and that's where you may turn on your cart. Do not turn on your cart before the fence, before the white line. So once again, in between the white lines, all of the carts are off. Once you put everything on and you put your seatbelt, you're ready to go, turn on your engine and wait for the orders of your teammates when you go. Count down your time, and away you go whenever it's time for you to go. You make your own time, you go whenever you want. Team is really important in helping you getting everything ready and pushing you out, and out the track you go. Make sure you look to the track and find an empty spot before you go to the track. It's your obligation to look and find a spot to go at speed to the track. That's where the pit line ends. Right there on depot, exiting the track, that's where your 4-minute or your 10-minute pit stop ends, right there. Monitors are spread throughout the track so you can see live timing and your number of pit stops throughout the track. There are plenty of places where you can stay to call in your drivers and to watch the race, plenty of spectator areas. So always be paying attention to the head flagman. He is in charge of the race, so always be paying attention to him. He will give you all the information you need to during the race. This is how you do a proper pass. You come, you pass, and you go. It's not the obligation of the person being passed to give the right of way. I hope the video was very explanatory and explained all the do's and don'ts about the race. But if you have any questions or concerns, you can always email us or ask us any questions, and we'd be more than glad to clarify any issue that you might have. We are going to communicate with all the drivers via the WhatsApp app. So go ahead and download the WhatsApp app, and we're going to put the link available. So all the penalties, all the questions, anything that happens during the race, before or after the race, is going to be on the app. So once you get a penalty, you can go to the app and see why you got the penalty and how long was the penalty, and then you're gonna have to pay the penalty, of course. So everything's gonna be on the app. Something new we're gonna try again to try to not you have to run to the official and find out what we did wrong, and you can see what other people did wrong as well. So once again, I hope you enjoyed the race. 12-hour long race. You can't win in the beginning. You got to be consistent. You got to do fantastic pit stops, and you got to have great drivers and a good team. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you come back next year always. And any questions or concern, once again, we're here to help you. And hope you enjoy it. I wish I was here, but I'll be in Brazil. So have a very safe, nice race. Thank you for always supporting Orlando Car Center, and thank you.